Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Heart to Heart with Coach Abby. And on that note, I turn my head around because that's what coaches do, and you can see my eyes better. So, I wanted to come in here today and just give you an introduction as to why I feel led to do this, why I feel led to do Heart to Heart with Coach Abby on live stream. We are streaming on YouTube, Instagram, and a few pages on Facebook, and also trying to record a podcast at this moment. So it's a new place. It's a new territory I haven't been at. So bear with me if we have some technical difficulties. But why? Why do I feel led to do this? Because there's a different way to live. There's a different way to do life. And if you search deep within your heart, I think you know that. You're not happy. You're not peaceful. There's not love and joy and light and all the good things flowing out of you, flowing to each other. There's a different way to live. And you're like, oh, no, there isn't. Yes, there is. Where did Coach Abby come from? Okay, so I have a degree in health and wellness, and a lot of other certifications and licenses. And I am a certified coach, a life coach, but I like to call myself breakthrough life coach. And why that is because my focus is to help you experience breakthrough within your own heart, so more light and love can flow out of you. That has to happen within the heart first. And if we just look around, at the temperature of our world and of social media and the media and just probably in your day-to-day relationships, I think we would be able to discern that there's not a lot of light and love flowing out of us, right? But can that be resolved? Can that be helped? Can more light and love flow out of us? Absolutely. I've been doing this for 19 years, coaching people in some form. I've been in the wellness field since 2005, but if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I hit rock bottom in 2002, my rock bottom. And it was main root of fear, what stirred all of this stuff. Fear was the root of it, but it spiraled out and became this poison that affected every aspect of my life. Every aspect, from finances to health to relationships to my mental, spiritual, emotional, everything was infected. And I was diagnosed with an extreme panic disorder when I was 24 years old. I'm 46. And everything was going just haywire. I literally thought I was going to have to check myself into the psychiatric ward or kill myself. That's how scared I was in my mind. And so then everything that flew out of my heart and out of my mouth and out of my thoughts was based on that fear. So it just completely engulfed everything and brought chaos to everything. I'm surprised my relationship with my husband, we were married, barely survived all of these years. We're still happily married. We've been through hell and back and then some and a little more hell and back, but we've survived, we persevered, and we are doing amazing. But what I love to do is help people break through. I mean, I've broke through, I've been on a healing journey, and I continue to grow and evolve. And I've written a couple books, if you know that. If you've been following me, you've seen my books, Living Still, Walking in Peace in the Midst of Life. And then my second book that I released in 2022, Still Living Still, Walking in Peace During Life's Trials. And that's just raw revelation, wisdom that I have gained in my own journey, in my own healing journey of transforming my life so more light and love can flow out of you. Now, I'm the founder of Be Love, Give Love. So the goal is to get people to where they can truly be loved and give love to the world around them. That means everyone around you. That means your coworkers, your family, your kids, your mother, your father, your friends, your stranger, the enemy, the Democrat, the Republican, the trans person, the gay person, the person that votes differently than you, believes differently than you. That's everyone. And we're going to talk about those things in Heart to Heart with Coach Abby. I'm hoping to do every week on Wednesday at noon. Every week, Wednesday at noon, you can find me here. And then, of course, you can watch the replay. But there is a different way to live. There is freedom in loving everyone, every single person. There is freedom when you can truly get to a place in your heart to where you can love and you're happy and you're joyful and you have peace that surpasses all understanding. But that cannot happen until you do this inner heart work. The Bible, I'm a Christian. I'm a follower of faith, a follower of Jesus, a follower of love. That's my faith. But I don't want you to just dismiss me if you're not a Christian or a follower of Jesus, or if you've been hurt by Christians. I don't want you to just dismiss me because I say I'm part of that group. What I'd like for you to do is just come into this space. I invite you into this space where I just want you to take the nuggets that stand out to you and leave the rest. Just take the things that stand out and resonate with your heart, that just sound like, yeah, that feels right. It resonates with something deep within you, and just leave the rest. You don't have to agree with everything I say to be able to glean from some of it. Just take the things, the nuggets, and leave the rest. I say that with my books as well. Take the nuggets, leave the rest. It's okay. You don't have to believe everything I believe. You don't have to agree with everything that I say or the things that I share with you. Just take the nuggets, leave the rest. But don't just dismiss it. Come in. I welcome you. All people are welcomed here to just in this space, and just it's full of light and love. And so during these sessions, I'm going to be sharing revelation I've gained, stories, wisdom, experiences I've gained, and went through maybe some different things that I've had with my clients without, giving out any confidentiality or anything like that. But I'm just going to speak from my heart. That's my heart to heart. I'm going to speak from my heart. It's just going to flow. It's just going to flow. No notes, no script, just flow. And then hopes that it will penetrate your heart. So something begins to happen within your heart to where, oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh, I never thought of it that way. I had no idea I could feel that. Or, gosh, Abby, thank you for giving me permission to love those people. Or, thank you for showing me there's a different way to live. I have had those kind of comments over the years in the wellness field since 2005. It's like, thank you for showing me a different way to live. Thank you for giving me permission to live this way. And then to see them experience freedom. And when freedom happens, more love, more joy, more peace, more kindness, all the fruits of the Spirit, love and joy and peace and kindness and goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control just flow out of you. And then they see it in you. People will be captivated by you. They'll be like, oh, there's something different. Or, wow, I feel safe around them. Or I feel seen and heard, just like I am around her or him. That's the thing with Be Love, Give Love. In Lillington, we do have a location now. And everyone's welcome in that door. I always say, and I tell my team, we call them Be Love, Give Love family members. Everyone is welcome to walk through that door. They will be met with so much love, so much acceptance, so much unconditional love, just as they are. I don't care. I don't care their background. I don't care what they're caught up in. I don't care how they vote. I don't care their race. I don't care their gender. I don't care what they believe in. I don't care any of that. What I care about is that they are a person. And in my belief, they're made in the image of God. All of us are made in the image of God. And they are met with love, because I just love everyone. I have the freedom to be love and give love to everyone. And that didn't just come, just check, oh, I'll just be love and give love. That became a revelation in my heart that was truly the message, was to love. It was that simple. God spoke it to me in 2009. That's where Be Love, Give Love was truly like the words came to me. It wasn't just something I conjured up and thought of. It was words spoken to me when I was sitting in that stillness time and just aching. What is it all about? Really, what is it all about? And who is right and who is wrong and what's up and what's down? What is it all about? Just this deep anguish in my heart and just this deep desire to know more. And I clearly heard, not this audible voice, there's this inner, still small, some people call it intuition. I just call it that still small voice deep within that said, my message is simple. It's all about love. God wants me to just love him. He said, love me with everything, with your whole heart, Abby. That means every aspect of my heart has to be surrendered to him. So every aspect of it can be full of his love. And then he said, give that love to others. That simple. And I said, so we're just supposed to be your love and give it away? And then I was like, be love, give love. Huh. Oh my goodness. We're just supposed to be love, give love. God is love. He calls us to love. So we're supposed to be so filled up with his love that we can't help but give it away. And that takes a process to be so filled up with his love that it penetrates everything in our heart, all those wounds, all those things, all those abuses, the trauma, the bad thought patterns, the bad words that come out, any of it, the offenses, all of that has to be penetrated with God's love. So then more of it flows out to the world around. It's a process. And that's where Coach Abby comes in, to where I come alongside of people. First, love them just as they are, just as Jesus loved me in my pit of hell. Climbed up right beside me. I didn't have to change. I didn't have to be someone different. I didn't have to get my stuff all together. He just came and loved me and showed me a different way to live and spoke to my heart. So I try to get people to that deep, still place, awaken them to the still place, the be still and know that I'm God, to really awaken them and show them how to be still. That's why my books are called Living Still and Still Living Still. Living still is when everything within you is calm, peaceful, and still. And when it isn't, you look inward. You take time to be still. You look inward. You ask these hard questions, and you ask God to do that work in your heart to where you can gain that peace somehow. Usually it takes a lot of just soul searching, a lot of deep inner work, bringing awareness into what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're speaking, how you're acting, how you're responding. It's a process. But I started looking in because I wanted peace above everything. I wanted peace. And when you get to that place where you're radiating more peace and you have more peace with your fellow man, you have more peace with Democrats, you have more peace with Republicans, you have more peace with your enemy, you have more peace with people who vote differently and think differently and act differently and believe differently and look differently and talk differently, then more of his love and light, God's love and light flows out of you. So as Coach Abby, me, doing sessions with me or reading the books or getting the podcast, that's a subscription podcast for $30 a month, all it is me trying to infuse life in you, wisdom, revelation, inspiration, encouragement. So then you'll start looking inward and go, God, whatever is in me that's not of you, whatever's flowing out of me, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. Whatever is flowing out of me, as a man thinks in his heart, so he becomes. What am I thinking? What am I speaking? Oh, those are not kind words. Those are not self-controlled words. Those are not words of love and peace and patience and kindness, all that. That's a heart check. That's a looking inward. Anyone can love people who are just like them. Anyone can do that. That takes nothing. No ounce of peace, no ounce of strength, no ounce of self-control, no nothing. Anyone can do that. That takes nothing, no act of God to do that. But love people who are nothing like you. Love your enemy. Love people who are different. Love people who believe differently. And truly love them. Not be like, oh, I love them. No, like get around them. Love them. Show them you love them. Get into the world. You don't have to, compromise your own beliefs to love someone who believes differently or acts differently or votes differently. I do it all the time. I have atheist friends. I have gay friends. I have people that are Republicans, friends that are Republicans and friends that are Democrat. I have all different race friends. I have people that are way out and, thinking completely different than I do. And I don't not love them. I used to be a very judgmental, critical, had an opinion, legalistic, self righteous, my way is the only way kind of attitude, which actually just made everyone not like me. I wouldn't want that. And God did a work in my heart to get me to where it's like, hey, my love goes bigger, wider, longer. I love the passage in the scripture where Paul talks about how high and wide and long and deep is the love of God. And I would always pray, like, God, I want to know how high and long and deep is your love. And so as I've journeyed all this, remember I hit rock bottom in 2002 and been on this journey of deeply hungering and thirsting after God and after truth and after love. Most importantly, love. I want to radiate your love. I want to know how high and wide and long and deep it goes. And God would touch my heart when I would, get a little like, I don't know about those people. And he goes, my love goes deeper. My love goes wider. God love them. And I can't do that on my own strength, neither can you. And that takes a deep inner working, deep heart issues. I mean, there's so much I can share. I want to try to keep these to like 20, 25 minutes, but there's so much that I can share. And I'm deeply, deeply passionate about helping you experience that freedom, coming up higher, rising above the fence, rising above the frustration, the anger. Like I said, anyone can love people who are just like them. When you can't love someone that's nothing like you, that votes differently, that believes differently, that thinks differently, that acts differently, that has nothing to do with that person. That has to do with you. Really? Yeah. You're in control of how you respond to people. You're in control of how you allow people in. You're in control of how you love people. And we're called to love everyone. Love your enemy. God wants us to love our enemy, but we can't even love the people who are different than us. Oh, so much to cover in these heart to hearts. But it's looking inward first so you can love everyone. And you can. You can do that. I promise you, there is a way to be able to do that. It's the be love, give love way. It is being so filled up with God's love, you can't help but love others. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to watch people get to that place where they are free. They're not living based on their emotions. They're not living under a fence or under their past wounds and thought patterns and all of that. They are free, and more light and love then flows out of them to the world around them, greatly impacting the world around them. So we want to be, we want to see different things in this world. We want to be a person of impact. We want to be involved in something that's making a big difference. It starts within. I know we've heard those things. Change starts with you. It does. It really, really does. But so often we're like, well, if they would do this or if they would do that, and we point all these fingers, forgetting we need to look inward and say, how am I responding to people? How much love and light is flowing out of me? What do I speak? What do I think? So much stuff. So much stuff to share with you. And I can't wait to get started. But now all of this will be free, obviously, to you, but we welcome donations, and you can give at belovegivelove.com, and you can go to the donation tab and give. I also have a Cash App, I have a PayPal app, and so donations are appreciated. So I can keep doing this, take time away from my sessions and my day-to-day stuff that I'm doing here at Be Love, Give Love, so I can pour out to you in hopes that your heart will be deeply impacted and deeply inspired, so you will be better able to be love and give love to the world around you. I will see you next time on Heart to Heart with Coach Abby. Feel free to share this. Come join us. Stop by Be Love, Give Love in Lillington if you're local, and we'll see you then. Love you guys. Bye-bye.